I'm rebuilding my life from scratch. My goal is to make $10,000 in 100 days without burning out. I was recently diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder and have been in the process of trying to figure out, like, okay, how do I support my family and make a living with an autoimmune disorder? So part of my plan is to, number one, keep all of my clients and everything, that part, let that be the same. Oh, by the way, if you hear a little jingle in the background, it is probably my dog. He is having a field day in his pen right now. So I'll get him just right after this meeting. Um, but I'm noticing for myself and for my body that I don't need to take on any new clients. And so I want to make sure that I'm able to have the energy that I have to serve the caseload that I have. I'm watching myself and just noticing that in the morning, my energy is usually really good. I feel great. But by that afternoon time, I'm usually starting to drift off a little bit. My blood pressure is usually dropping towards the end of the day. And I'm just not as present as I would like to be. So I'm going to continue to serve those who I have and serve them well. And I'm going to start this journey of building a digital life for myself. If you would like to follow that journey with me in terms of, okay, like, what does she mean? She's not doing the regular 9 to 5 therapy thing. What's going on? If you want to follow me in that, you can definitely follow me through YouTube, or you can also follow me on my website, which is moonrisingllc.com. That's moonrisingllc.com. It should be in the bottom of the description. So part of how I'm going to be doing that in terms of building my digital life is I'm going to be offering some couples workshops. And so when I say couples communication workshops, that also would include work that would be helpful for folks who I've done I've done friendship therapy for folks and help them in terms of communication skills with their friendships. I've also helped folks who were in relationships, romantic relationships, where there were more than two partners. So that these communication skills would be good for folks, adults, in any of those types of relationships. And so regardless of structure. So I'm going to have that. The other thing that I plan to do is what I affectionately call Human 101. And so Human 101 is just kind of a set of skills that are really helpful if you have a loved one who is dealing with um, any significant emotional swings, any sorts of difficulty. If your loved one is battling chronic illness, Human 101 is extremely important. The research behind the model that I did not develop, I just teach it. The research behind the model shows that more neural connections are actually created when we use these set of skills with our loved ones. And so instead of working on a one-to-one basis with folks teaching these sets of skills, what I would like to do is start to create more of a digital format for that and offer these classes online. So they're not available as of the timing of this video, which is, where are we at? In April 2026. But I hope that they will be available very soon, hopefully by this summer. So please feel free to check my website out for that. The other thing that I want to make sure that I'm doing is I'm in this process is I want to make sure I'm continuing to show up for my family and for my kids by honoring my body and my needs, but still being able to offer things that are high quality for folks. So if you want to continue to follow me in this journey, I know I'm learning as we go every step of the way. One of the things I talk about a lot in my work is that as mammals, sometimes human beings, we think that we can survive independently without anybody else. And the research shows that it's not just self-regulation that's important, and self-care that's important, but other care is important and co-regulation is important. And so my relationships are just important as your relationships are. And so my hope is that as we're in this journey together, as you all are watching me try to figure out recovery, figure out how to adjust, having a healthy plan for myself, and you're also trying to figure that out for yourself. My goal is to be able to do that from a perspective that honors our humanity, that honors this place that we're mammals, we're limited, we don't get everything right, we do need each other. And so my hope is to be able to teach you some of that as we move along. So my name is Virginia, and I'm a licensed mental health therapist who was recently diagnosed with chronic illness. I look forward to seeing you next time.